It's horrible what happened to this baby. It's really horrible. He was failed on so many levels. It was a systemic failure.
The adoptive mother of 3 of baby Benji's older siblings wants the roles of Idaho Department of Health and Welfare and Nampa Police Department put under a microscope after she says she and others pleaded with both agencies to check on him in the days before his death.
Nobody looked out for that baby, aside from the people who were trying to call it in and desperately trying to warn health and welfare. They continued saying that they don't go based off of history. History does not matter to them. This is an entirely new case, and that's just their policy and how they handle things. So in the moment, they didn't have a current concern for this infant.
But she says she did, and they should have.
They were unable to locate the family at the time, so the day before the infant's passing, the family had actually posted in some Facebook group about needing money for propane for their camper, because they were out of it and they didn't have heat and they had a baby. The call to dispatch.
She feels Nampa Police should have done more Sunday, December 14th, during a meetup she says she knows about to pay for the propane.
The father would be at this location at this time. We know you've been looking for him. Please go check on that baby. That was the call where they were asking for more context and information on what we were asking for. Okay. With the meetup, asking like what's the current concern aside from history. It's a 9-day-old baby that has no heat. They just shared that, and it was below 30 last night. That is the current concern for the infant. They didn't seem to have very much concern.
You say the cop showed up, saw Brian.
Talked with him, asked for an address, did not get an address, let him go.
At the time, Ada County had a warrant out for Armenta.
The officer knew that there was a warrant, and that's where we think there was complete negligence.
Explain why you think there's complete negligence.
They could have tried harder. They could have pushed. They, not just to go check on the baby, knowing there's a warrant, like in a camper with an infant, with no heat, with multiple requests for a welfare check. Mm-hmm. There was just no action taken. The law enforcement officer shared that he did call health and welfare on his way over. So that there was a phone call between law enforcement, health and welfare. Health and welfare brushed it off and said, this isn't a high enough level priority for us to send someone out. We'll figure it out. Maybe just try to get an address. I think that's where there was a huge failure, because had they put it at a higher priority, or had that worker that day on call on the phone just been like, okay, yes, let's do this. Let's go find that baby, he would be alive today. He died the next day.
For this, she wants IDHW to take accountability. She says health and welfare told her Benji's case was prioritized, but at the lowest priority.
The biggest mistake here, I believe, was the priority level. I think had it been a level 1, they had to respond within a certain time frame, so they would have responded in time, and he would be here today.
The adoptive mother wants to see and help effort change with how the state balances child safety and parental rights.
When there's proven history, convictions, removals, termination of rights, I think there should be more urgency to check on future children, rather than sending an infant home to a really high-risk situation.
Even with their goal of keeping family together.
Absolutely. I think there should just be at least a safety plan put into place the moment that child is born.
She says she's working on 2 pieces of legislation inspired by these children, Benji and his 3 siblings she adopted. She expects them to come up in the upcoming Idaho legislative session.